Hello, sexy people. Yes, you. If you're watching this, you're a sexy motherfucker. So let's start there. Now, for today's video, I decided to talk about something interesting, something that a friend of mine reminded me. She said, and it's about how some strippers are fake. Now, when I say fake, I don't mean fake as their personality, more to the fact that they are using silicone to enhance their body, or they're using prosthetics to pretend that they have a big dick. So before we start criticizing other people, let's talk about myself. And nobody's perfect. I know I'm not perfect, nor was I perfect back then. But I learned to embrace my bad and just work with my goods. Guess what? I I was never a big muscular guy. It just didn't work out for me. I was 5'8". I think on average I weighed between 165 to 175. So I played to my strength. I tried to get in really big and muscular, but most of the time it didn't work out. Guess what? I was fat. I got fat. So I learned to work with what I was given. And it, that's what I expect from people. And I did some stupid things. One of those was steroids. I guess I was using steroids. I used steroids for a year and a half, which, to be honest, was a completely waste of my fucking time. I guess I don't regret it, but I acknowledge the fact that I was shooting up on stupid shit that I was getting from Mexico that it wasn't even working. To be honest, I don't even know if it was real steroids. Most likely it was water. I was overpaying for that bullshit. Uh, I did testosterone for a year. Didn't make much difference in my body. Maybe because I was young and I had enough this natural produced testosterone for my body. So yeah, I did that for a year. Then I did probably 6, 7 months of something called Trembolone. That really helped me out. I guess it got me more toned and defined. So yeah, so before we talk about it, people, I wanted to acknowledge what I've done. So one of the first things that, when it comes to stripping or dancing, sex sells, plain and simple. And people want and like different things. Some women or some guys like to see somebody with a big dick. So what happens is, like, some male dancers start using prosthetics, and that is so fucking stupid because people can fucking tell that that's a fake dick. Like, there's no way of hiding that that's a fucking fake dick. And it is something that people clown on, and people who are watching you from the ground up are talking shit about it. And let me tell you an experience of what happened with one dancer. So I was dancing in a club in Burbank, and we were lined up in the goggle boxes, and the guy was next to me, and he was clearly wearing a prosthetic on his dick. So he was pretending that his dick was hard. And when you're dancing, you get some people who are coming to you trying to tip you, but they want to touch you. And and obviously if you have your dick hard, people want to see it. People want to, oh, show it to me. Hey, I'll give you $20, show it to me. So because this guy was wearing the prosthetic, it was calling attention to himself. So one of the customers came, trying to watch his dick, trying to see his dick. And as the guy kneeled down to accept the tip, the guy pulled on his underwear. Guess what? The fucking fake dick fell on the ground. In my mind, I'm standing next to this motherfucker, and I'm thinking, holy fuck, call an ambulance, kick that shit to the ground. This motherfucker just lost his dick. So I'm like, fuck, and the shame. So what this guy did immediately, he just dropped down, grabbed the fake dick, and put it back in his underwear. Fucking swear to God. That is the creepiest, funniest thing I've ever seen. And to this day, that does not make sense to me. This motherfucker looked good. There was no reason for him to fucking be wearing a fake dick. And it's just one of those things that is stuck on my head. And I've seen several people do it, and it's just stupid. Guess what? You know what? What most dancers, when they want to show their dick or show off their dick size, they're wearing a cock ring. That's what you should do because it's real. Most of them are just wearing a cock ring, but yeah, there's always that one or two stupid people that they want to pretend to have a fake dick, and they think they're fooling people. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about is how these people are shooting up on silicone. They are not happy with their bodies, and they're doing some kind of a stupid thing where they're saying, you know what, my ass is not big enough. Mind you, these are guys, so-called straight guys, who I don't understand the fucking reason why they want to shoot up on their ass. So they're getting injections, silicone injections, right on the ass, thinking that it looks good. It doesn't. You know what? To me, when I was watching them, I'm dancing next to them, it looks like they were wearing fucking diapers, and they took a shit and it's just hanging there because it just looks fucking weird. And what makes it worse is like it just doesn't go with the look. These are motherfuckers who, most of these people are on steroids, straight up. Most of them are. Because I was there and I would say 75% of them were doing, 7 out of 10 motherfuckers were doing it, some of them were selling it. So these are people who are working out and, they're toned and they look good, most of them. And you look at their ass, their silicone ass, and it just doesn't match with the body. In women, it makes some sense, but with the guys trying to be all muscular and you see a deformed looking ass, it just does not fucking make sense. And people know, and people from who are watching you perform, they're clowning you. They know that shit's fake. That's one of them. Or they're shooting up their legs. It makes no fucking sense. Why in the fucking world would do that? I remember this guy, he's kind of a friend of mine, an amazing body. He really had a really good body, nice abs, chest, everything looked good. But he decided to shoot up his legs. Why? I have no fucking idea. He looked better before. And after that, he just looked some fucking deformed shit. And, he just kept, the look just kept getting worse and worse as the years went by because he got droopy. So that is just one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. Another one, this just blew my mind because it's the worst thing I've ever seen. Somebody shoot up their chest. And it's like, whoa, this motherfucker looked like he had a breast implant. I mean, he had bigger pecs than most women. And to me, it's like, this motherfucker's trying to get titty fucked. That's what I'm thinking. And, ew, that's just fucking creepy. But yeah, that's weird. I mean, he was one of the dancers. He used to dance at Circus Cobra. And what makes it worse to me is that these motherfuckers are denying it. You know what? You're free to do whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever you want. It's your body. Do your shit. But when you do something, you're opening the door to be criticized, right? And let's face the fact. And a lot of these people are denying what is fucking obvious. And I'm going to be putting some of my pictures. So, the picture that's going to appear right here, that's me. That's how a fucking man's ass looks after working out for years, after squatting. That's how it looks, and that is difficult to replicate with silicone because a man's ass, when it's worked out, it looks like fucking 2 slabs of meat are hanging there. It just looks like a guy's ass. Who is putting those ideas on the dancers that need to do that? First of all, if you're talking about the guys, you will be surprised, but transgender women play a role in this because most of the dancers that I met who had silicone injected in their body were somewhat introduced to it by transgender women. Every guy who I've seen that got his ass done, it looks like a woman's ass. Straight up. Men's ass and a woman's ass are different. They have a different look to it. Well, most of the women that I met who got their ass done, to be honest, they were strippers as well. And it's peer pressure from other strippers. And it just looks fucking weird. It also looks just weird. Just because, these are people who are healthy, who have a good body, and they just want more out of it, And something that I learned from dancing was to stay humble. You know what? I'm not perfect. I will never be perfect. So I learned to work with what I was given.